Hello Taurus, welcome to this reading. We're going to be taking a look at the energy and predictions for the sign of Taurus for the end of April. Now do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. All right, Taurus, let's go ahead and get into this reading for you here for this last portion of the month of April. So the timeline on this reading is from April 21st, so the last week of April, all the way until May 12th. The reason I chose May 12th is that is the full moon in Scorpio. So we'll see what is coming to a close here for you, or beginning, depending, as we wrap up the month and we roll into May. We'll go ahead and get all the cards out here, get everything set up and in view, and then we'll get right into it for you. All right. Okay. And I think that's looking just about good enough to me for right now. Energy on the bottom, you have the Strength card. Okay, so at this time, there's something in your situation, in your life, that you are being called to stand strong around, okay? The Strength card is an energy of bravery, courage, persistence, not giving up, and being fearless. You can see this person here is so fearless, they're so bold and strong that they have tamed the lion, right? And this says that through your strength, through your bravery, you can have an unlimited amount of potential here, or you can have unlimited success, or something that you're looking to bring in. You have a lot of options, right? If you continue to be brave, if you continue to stand strong around something. So what is the thing in your life that you're looking to tame? As you see the Leo energy on the card here. Taurus, what are you looking to tame at this point? I think, first and foremost, you have a really nice reading here. There is something that is surprising you. I think some of you are going to focus on your goals and your needs. You may be moving out of like constantly putting other people first or putting other people's situation in front of yours. This may be something that you're rolling out of or you're moving out of here. But I'll talk about that more as we go along. But the thing I think you're looking to tame here is a manifestation. Okay, you have some sort of vision here. You have the Magician in the middle of the reading. The Magician's a very good card. This is a card of skill. You can, by the way, you can also see the infinity symbol on the Magician card as well. Okay, there are infinite amounts of potentials and possibilities for you at this time, but it's going to come down to what you make of this situation, as many things are in life, but it's really, really in this case going to come down to your actions as well. What will you make of this situation? Because it seems like you have a blank slate, or you have a clear slate, or there's something huge in front of you. We even see this in another card, which I'll talk about on the reading. But this person has everything that they need, right? They've got all elements available to them: cups, swords, pentacles, wands. They have all the tools to do whatever it is that they want to do. This is the master manifester in the tarot. But the problem for the Magician is making sure that they take action, right? It's not a skill issue. You have all the skills that you need. It's an action situation, right? And I do see action here as well with the Eight of Wands, the Strength card. So being bold, being brave. And I think that maybe some of you may you may surprise yourself a little bit here. You may surprise yourself like, wow, I didn't realize I was capable of this. Taurus, like you may be doing something bold, like you may be doing something completely different than you're used to doing. In the first column here, you have the Four of Pentacles, the Tower, and the Chariots. Okay, so I actually like this Four of Pentacles illustration. I typically don't love the Four of Pentacles. It's not a bad energy. It's kind of a neutral energy, the Four of Pentacles. But this person clearly is successful. They're not exactly where they want to go. They're on a chair instead of a throne. Okay, they want to get to the throne, right? I don't see any other throne symbol here. They want to get to the throne. And the thing is, they are pretty close to doing that. They have a ways to go, but they're far enough into the journey that they can see the outcome. Okay? And the Four of Pentacles, it does indicate that you have something close to you. You can see that they are holding this pentacle close to them. It indicates stability in finances, but it can also say that maybe you're restricting yourself a little bit. Because right now, all this person knows is 4 pentacles. But the reality is, in the tarot, there are 10 pentacles, right? Or more. But in the tarot, there are 10 pentacles. In life, there are more. And this person needs to get out of their comfort zone a little bit, okay? Especially with the Strength card, okay? And they need to see what else is out there. So what that might look like is them letting go of one of these pentacles or 2 of these pentacles so they can grow that into the 10 pentacles, right? The 10 of pentacles. So for you, there's something close to you here, okay? And I see you taking a risk, okay? The other thing with the Strength card, it can indicate risk taking, okay? I'm not encouraging you to make a bad choice, but life is sometimes it's about risk and reward. And I see maybe some of you taking a risk here. This is like a calculated risk, okay? This is a calculated risk. This is something that you kind of see the 2 potential outcomes. If it works, great. If it fails, also great. I see you taking a calculated risk. And with the Tower here, I see some of you surprising yourself. The Tower, in a reading like this, is a good Tower. Okay, this is a really good Tower card. What was the other sign? I think Scorpio, maybe. Maybe also Scorpio if that's one of your signs. It was either Scorpio or it doesn't matter. Another reading had a really good Tower, and the thing is with the Tower, people get really afraid of the Tower, but when it's surrounded by all of these cards, these are all extremely positive cards. Even the neutral 4 of Pentacles, positive cards here. The Tower is just about a shock or a surprise in this case. I think you're surprising yourself. By taking a bold step, by taking an action, you may feel emboldened, or you may feel like, wow, I have a second wind, or I'm feeling better than I felt before because I'm doing new things, I'm trying new things. Taurus. You then here have the Chariot, which is about driving forward towards success. This is a major card of success in the tarot. And also sometimes it's the understanding or the realization that we have to allow the universe to guide us. It's as above, so below, right? What we put out to the universe really does matter because it comes back to us. This idea of as above, so below. And I'm connecting this to your manifestation. I think you've put a manifestation out to the universe and you're looking for it to return home to you. In the middle column, you have the 8 of Wands, the Magician, and the 3 of Wands here. Wands does connect to career, typically, in the tarot. So there's been a breakthrough, or there is a breakthrough on the horizon for you. Some of you, this has already happened. And you almost feel like you can really see the end game here for your situation. The 8 of Wands, it's also about communication. In the tarot, this wouldn't be face-to-face conversations. This would be communication that comes in from a distance. So phone calls, text messages, letters, emails, social media posts, all of that. I do consider this to be a social media card as well because social media is done at a distance, right? And yeah, it's about accelerated motion. It is action as well. Like the pace of things picking up, moving forward, moving ahead. Very positive card. Yeah. And by the way, some of you may also be doing some travel. This would be travel that wherein you get into a plane, okay, with the 8 of Wands and the World. This wouldn't be vehicles, although you do have a card of vehicles here with the Chariot, but this would be typically flights, travel by flight. And it might even be international because of the World and the 8 of Wands. By the way, some of you that may be cooking for you as well at this time. You then have the 3 of Wands, another card of travel. You can even see the airplane on the card here as well, up there. So you see the airplane there. But anyway, this person here, and this is why I said earlier that there's something big available to you. You see the timeline, okay? You can see this person here sitting or standing on the cliff, and they're realizing that they can really go anywhere at this time. Actually, the 2 of Wands indicates potential, and they're now expanding and growing into the potential. This is a card of success. It is even a card of business partnerships and alliances in the tarot. There may be some collaboration here, or a situation involving collaboration or another person, as you have another partnerships card, okay? But you're expanding into something, and this is requires a little bravery, or it requires you to get out of your comfort zone a bit. Do something you haven't normally done here. Okay, you have the World, the Two of Cups, and the Three of Swords in the final column. All right, so Two of Cups, Three of Swords, obviously on the surface can indicate a breakup or a separation. In the tarot, it's sort of like, obviously this reading is very connected to business and like life stuff. So I would want to get some more confirmation about that. It almost feels like some of you need to part with a resource or part with an asset. Like what I'm saying here is maybe you have some money, right? Just I'm giving you an example, okay? Just fit this into your situation. Maybe you have some money, and in order to take the business to the next level, you have to part with some of that. The reason I'm saying is you have the Four of Pentacles indicating that you have something, Magician into the Three of Swords. Three of Swords is parting with something or separating from something, okay? So that's possible. The love situation here is interesting. You have the Two of Cups, which is a very positive card for love. Is also in a business reading like this, it represents partnerships and alliances, just like the Three of Wands. So maybe somebody's leaving the scenario here. That's possible. Or you're bringing someone in. What I really want to do is get confirmation. Finally, you have the World, which is a successful completion in the tarot. But this is like a big one, right? So you've got the Chariot, success, the Magician, manifestation into the world, this timeline closing out, completing, finally kind of finishing something. And by the way, the World indicates certainty as well. So it's almost like through taking this bold step or this bold action or getting out of your comfort zone, the timeline that you're looking for here is pretty certain. It's pretty certain for you. Tarot is never 100%, but the closest to that would be the World, right? So let's just go ahead and let's start to clarify the situation even more. We'll pull some oracle cards here. All right. Okay, let's take a look at the energy on the bottom. You have no need to worry. All right, it's almost like the Strength card is all about facing your fears, right? And again, doing something bold, doing something different, changing something up. This is all about letting go of the fear, not letting go of the worry, the anxiety, whatever, what have you, and really rolling forward into something. In this case, expanding into something here with the Three of Wands. Let's take a look at these other cards. Yeah, here it is again. You have be assertive as well as recovery. So this idea of being assertive is strong for you at this time, Taurus, as we started off this reading here with the Strength card. Okay, and then recovery is interesting. It feels like if you have to part or separate with something with this Four of Pentacles and the recovery energy, that this will come back to you, right? The universe will return this home to you, okay? So I feel like you're not lavishly spending. I feel like instead what you're doing here is you're making an investment. It feels like you're making an investment into something that could pay off. Remember, risk and reward. Yeah. You then here have within the next few months, as well as the situation will improve. Okay. The situation will improve as well as within the next few months. So I'm not really, the timing is really hard to wrap down here, but I think some of you are a little worried about letting go of something pretty heavily here. So yeah, it feels like the universe is returning this home to you is what I feel like saying here. All right, let's go ahead and let's start to clarify this situation even more. We'll start off by pulling some additional tarot cards. Okay, let's see what else we have. You have the Magician, the Seven of Wands, Nine of Pentacles in the first column. Okay, so in the first column, we've got the Magician, the Seven of Wands, and the Nine of Pentacles. All right, I like that for you. So if there are some difficulties, if there are some challenges here with the Seven of Wands and the Tower, you're ready to stand strong and persist through this. The Seven of Wands is all about trusting in what you believe in and standing strong in what you feel, okay? And I do think I'm still going to stick to this idea that some of you are going to surprise yourself here, especially if you are doing something completely new. And the cards here are really encouraging you to stick with that at this time as you have that Seven of Wands and to not back down. The worst thing you could do with the Seven of Wands or the Nine of Wands is to give up. You then here have the Nine of Pentacles with the Chariot. Nine of Pentacles is all about being financially independent. And I think for some of you here, you see that potential in taking this bold step. So you do something new, you get out of your comfort zone, you see the potential here with this Nine of Nine of Pentacles and the Chariot. The cool thing about the Nine of Pentacles is this person could just stay here. There is also the Ten of Pentacles, but this person's living a, potentially luxurious life. Ten of Pentacles would be a higher form. Ten of Pentacles would be like generational wealth or building an empire, leaving a legacy. But the Nine of Pentacles person does not worry about money. It says that you can indulge a little bit in life's luxuries as you see the grapes in the background. And what's cool about this is this person is concerned about money, but they're not all consumed and obsessed with money. Okay, they also have time. They have time, right? They have time to enjoy other things in life. You then here have the Magician twice. So the Magician twice is nice. The Magician, in this case, this is all about manifestation and taking skillful action towards something. And again, it's almost like letting go of maybe like making an investment, okay? And when you hear me say investment, it doesn't have to be in stocks or whatever it is, right? Stocks or real estate or any sort of asset. It's almost like some of you are investing in yourself or you're investing in a business. And this is, in order to do this, it's almost like you have to get a little uncomfortable because the Four of Pentacles person is comfortable, right? So getting out of your comfort zone is uncomfortable. Obviously, you can even hear it in the phrase. And so it's like you're making an investment, you're placing something, you're getting out of your comfort zone, and you're, in doing this, manifesting what you are wanting to manifest here. Remember, there's so much potential here with the infinity symbols. You see it here on the Magician twice, and then the Strength card. Okay, you have the Tower again. You have the Moon and the Queen of Swords. Okay, the Moon card's interesting. Sometimes this can speak to fears and anxieties. Okay, it can also speak to your dreams. I almost do think that some of you have had some pretty profound, maybe even prophetic dreams around this situation, around this scenario. But this is about fears and anxieties. And I really think that this is coming in to confirm this idea of the Strength card for you, right? This idea of being brave and, embracing whatever fear you may have and taming it, right? Taming the fear that you may have and calling it out and saying, I'm not going to stand behind. I'm going to lead. The Strength card is the sign of Leo. Leo is kind of like a leader. It can be like a leader or one of the leaders in the zodiac. They like to be in front. They like to be in charge. And so, excuse me, you're maybe taking on this energy at this time. You have the Tower again, okay? With the Eight of Wands, you may get some surprising communication. I do think I am going to reaffirm that I think you're going to surprise yourself here. Okay, that is definitely showing up in the cards in taking a step, but you could also get some surprising communication around something here at this time, Taurus. Finally, you have the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords is also very assertive, okay? And you have this Be Assertive card here. And yeah, I think that as you grow and you expand into something with the Three of Wands, it's sort of like there are times in life where you want to take your foot off the gas pedal, and there are times in life where you want to ramp it up. Okay, and I think you're ramping it up. Let's see what else we have here. You have the Ace of Wands, Ace of Swords, definitely. You have the Lover's card, and then you also have the Seven of Pentacles here. Okay, Ace of Swords with the World is amazing. You will close something out. You will get the completion you want, and you'll start anew, right? You'll roll that into a new beginning for yourself. So you will close one book and you'll start another book, really. It's not just a chapter, it's a book when you get the World. But you're starting a new one here with the Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords is also a breakthrough, okay? Just like the Eight of Wands. And this can also be a successful breakthrough. You then here have the Lovers, which can represent your relationship. This is interesting. The Lovers clarifying the Two of Cups. Isn't it interesting how the Lovers could have fallen on any one of these cards, but the one love card falls on the other one love card that we get? And maybe it's like this conversation or this idea of being bold and brave for some of you is not indeed about a business situation or a work situation, but instead it is around your relationship. You know? So, yeah, this could look, the flavor of this could be, there could be multiple flavors to that, which is like, it's like, okay, yeah, maybe I'm ready to get married. Like, that's a bold step. Or it's like, you know what, this isn't working out. And maybe you find yourself staying in situations for too long, and now you're like, no, this isn't working out, type deal. So for some of you, that could be the case. You then here have the Seven of Pentacles as well, which is all about, it's interesting. For a while, I haven't had the Seven of Pentacles come in. Seven of Pentacles is like long-term money. It's also a card that can indicate like making a decision. It can indicate like a directional shift. This person has been growing the crops for a long time, and they're deciding on what they want to do with them. So it can say like, I'm going to go in this new direction, or I'm going to stay where I am. But yeah, I think you're contemplating that in a relationship if you're here for relationships. On the bottom, you do have the Five of Wands, standing strong here with the Seven of Wands and the Five of Wands in what you believe in. All right, let's go ahead and let's start to clarify this one more time with the Kipper energies. Let's see what's in the Kipper energies for you here, Taurus. We'll split the deck and we'll go from there. Okay, you have poverty, occupation, great fortune, amazing. You have message of concern, false person, and the community card. There may be somebody that you don't see involved here, okay, with the moon and the false person. Okay, there may be somebody that is like around or something that there may be a blind spot here. Okay, I would just double, triple, quadruple check any sort of like partnerships or alliances that you're getting into to make sure that this is what you want and to make sure that this is aligned with your goals or where you want to be going. Okay, with the false person in the moon, double check any paperwork that you may be signing off on. The great fortune and occupation, I think for many of you, you see a long-range vision, a long-range goal that's either coming in, finally completing, or that you're setting foot towards here. So this is incredible. You do have pathway. This is your dharma. This is the path you're supposed to be walking on. It's incredible. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll most certainly be talking to you again soon.